Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode, our first episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast. All prior podcasts have been deleted for witness protection, for operational security. And we'll probably restart again once Trevor starts hiding his face, because that's redacted, once Locar starts hiding his face. But welcome, everybody, to our first ever episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, your premier channel for gaming news, for book club of the month, and for everything that you want to hear on the internet. Locar, take it away.
I'm actually changing my name. I gotta get a new handle.
That's what I'm saying, dude. We have to.
We're
screwed up. We should have at the VTuber junction where we were not us and we were doing that. That's where we should have been like, wow, why is our face on the internet? We should have taken that away. With the advances of AI, we pre-record this anyway. Very little is done live.
Yeah, we
could have just AI'd ourselves. I could have been black. You could have been also black. We could have said whatever words we wanted. We screwed up. We screwed up, and now our opinions are online. The Catholic Church is back on our shit again.
Yep. If I went to a different race, right, we could do that AI wise.
Yeah, straight to Kanye.
Straight to Kanye.
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, 100%. I was going straight Kanye.
Am I right? No. Tell me nobody's living their life better than him,
bro. Okay, so I went back. I went back and I was watching like old Kanye West like shows and videos.
Is it so much better in hindsight? Dude, we didn't appreciate what we had.
I had no idea what we had because like I watched it was
it's so hot I can't.
Yeah. It was the concert before him and Jay-Z did
Watch the Throne.
Watch the Throne. I was like, God damn, Kanye was dope, dude. Like Kanye, the way Kanye did, holy shit. It was amazing. And then, you ever see those like the whole conspiracy thing where it's like Kanye isn't actually Kanye. Like he actually said like, oh, if I disappear for a while and come back, like it's not me. And like,
Kanye is Kanye.
True. But like, have you seen that conspiracy where like they did side by sides of like old Kanye and new Kanye, and like he just looks different, like just like facial structure wise looks different. And then
but look at like Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley. Okay, a certain amount of money and a certain amount of I can do whatever I want goes a long way on the frame. Sometimes.
No, true, but
it's not like he's out there being Jeff Bezos. He's all, you know what? Now that I'm rich, TRT and working out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do. Right. Nah,
but the thing is like it's funny that he said when I take off or if I disappear and I come back, remember that's not me. That's somebody that's put in my place. I saw this video of this guy in like wherever, New York or something, and like there was this homeless dude like sitting on a bench, looked exactly like Kanye, like exactly, but like you could tell the dude's head was shaved. And he just wasn't responsive to anything. And like the guy was talking to him and like somebody else popped up on like the video or whatever. It was like, hey, this is what lobotomy patients look like. Like this is like the head cuts and all this stuff. And this dude was just like drooling on himself, like non-responsive. And it was just like, it's so funny that like the combination thing, like if you're going to be a conspiracy theorist, dive in, take the whole conspiracy.
Yeah, I love conspiracy.
Oh my God. But it's just interesting because I went back and I watched old Kanye stuff and I was like, dope. And then I was like, what is new? Because I haven't watched any new Kanye stuff, shows and things.
Oh man. Him and Antonio Brown are my favorite people in the world. They're just, God damn, they are just out there firing all the shots.
Yeah. On single cylinders, man. On single cylinders.
Oh, yeah. Just the rev limiters like at 10K. Just fucking go. No! Just screaming. Oh, my God, man.
Oh, my God. Oh.
That is, tell me that's not the most, if I've said it once, I've said it again. Kanye is like a Van Gogh genius, and Kanye would. I feel like he had the bottle of Hennessy. He went up. No press is bad press, right?
Sure.
So he goes up. He interrupts Taylor Swift. All of a sudden, he's the most talked about thing in the world, and he's like, "I'm gonna keep doing this." Takes another swig, drops a little kernel like that. If I disappear, it's not me. And then I can just see like in his head, he's all right. We've set the bait. Like he's in his fucking like, what is it? His brutalist fucking concrete mansion that he demolished in Malibu, and he's just sitting there. The echoes off the walls are coming back. He's literally talking to himself.
Yeah.
Just drinking and just like, yes, we're gonna put it all in motion. And somehow from there led to him doing an interview / podcast wearing a diamond encrusted swastika while in a Klansman's outfit. Like he's just,
I mean, maybe one of the conspiracies I read was like Kanye got too close to the sun and realized like, you know, the Diddy aspect of it and saw how bad everything was. And like his only way out was to go the insanity route. So that way people would just back away from him. Cause they're like, oh man, don't want to be associated with somebody who's that crazy. And like all he's doing is trying to get away from the record business and like all the like toxicity and all that fucking crazy shit that's in there.
Fair, because he did say like he's like, I just got out of a contract from Adidas. Like they fully dropped me and I got to keep everything. I'm in no breach.
Yep.
Now what? And we're like, oh man, he might be a genius. But then he didn't stop that train of thought. Like, he just kept going. It's like, okay, you did it. Now what? Well, he's like, we double down, and then we quadruple down.
When you've already sold your soul to the devil and the Illuminati has everything, like how far do you have to go to get out of that? Maybe that's a clause of the contract. Like we need you wearing a Klansman like outfit. Like that's how like you can get out of Section A. If you do this, this is how you null and void this portion of your blood oath that you put in for us. You know what I mean? Maybe he has to do that.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, keep it up because it's pure fucking entertainment.
So white people can't say the N-word.
Right. Well, you can.
Black people. Oh, you can. Yeah. Okay, but like black people can, right? Wait, we've established that.
Okay.
Like it's their word.
Okay.
So by proxy, aren't they also allowed to wear Klans outfits? Like shun for white person, but like black person, it's like, oh, you could do that. You're reclaiming it. Man, this is the one we're gonna get canceled. All right, let's put this back on. Isn't it the same train of thought though?
Okay, here's the thing. Kanye doing it could be considered anything if he didn't already have a track record of being crazy. Because
at this point, Kanye could birth 4 fucking rabid raccoons out of his asshole on a red carpet, and I would just be like, oh, that's Kanye.
Yeah, exactly right. Because if you look at it, like, you know, Chappelle did that with Clayton Bigsby. And that was some of the funny... Because it's comedy? Because it's comedy?
Yes, because it's like in a skit show.
Is Kanye not comedy?
It's pushing it.
Yeah, come on,
Kanye,
man.
Okay. So there's, on that same train of thought, there's like, it's comedy sketch show, and then it's this. That's the difference between Leonardo DiCaprio and Django Unchained, like playing that character and be like, God, he did it so good. And then Joaquin Phoenix pretending to be a rock star and going through his thing while shooting a documentary that nobody knew about for 7 years and almost contracting HIV from banging hookers while on meth. Like there's 2 big differences.
But it was funny.
Somewhere in the middle, there's Daniel Day-Lewis, but like there's like 2 extremes, right? Right? It's like the I Am Sam, like Forrest Gump analogy. Yeah. There's Kanye, there's Forrest Gump, right? And somewhere in the middle is just pure artisanal talent.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. But that's the
there's
thing.
Opposite sides of the bell curve. And that bell curve's steep.
As long as you're laughing, because we got clean humor and we got dark humor. Somewhere in between that is what everybody can agree on. But it's still humor.
clean humor, dark humor, and then there's 4chan, and Kanye is like way past this. Like there's a bell curve is steep, bud.
Yeah, but it's still within the line of comedy and humor.
Like it's the old Tinks game where they're shooting over a mountain at each other. Kanye just got the worst trajectory. He's all, I'm gonna aim, I'm gonna fire, and he just went, and it went off the screen, and it's over there.
It's hitting chessboards.
He's got a $4 million recording studio in the middle of the Sahara Desert. Fucking like he's like, now what am I gonna do on Twitter? Now what am I gonna do?
Oh man,
I can't believe you haven't seen new Kanye stuff. Kanye is we've talked about it.
Yeah,
man,
I've listened to it. I have not seen new Kanye like live performances and stuff like that. The album he did last, I
don't know if he does live performances.
Well, the last one I saw that he did was the gospel, his album before or whatever, that whole gospel thing.
Which you can't even skip over that. Like,
yeah, woof.
You think he was taking he had the church on the hill, but like you could only get in if you were wearing Yeezy apparel, and he had like worship service and stuff like that. Like, man, that seems like such a minor road, like just like a speed bump.
Yeah,
in the path that's happened now.
But it was watching the show, and I'm just taking it as like the artist, like going back and watching old Kanye. He was like, the way he was mixing certain songs on stage remind me of like when you like watch Daft Punk live or like the Alive show where like two songs would like intertwine together and then you would just pick up and go with it. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. He was doing things that was just like my mind was just blown and melted by the end of the show. And then
he's still there.
He's still, I mean, it's there.
That's the craziest part.
You're right. He is still there musically. Like
if his lyrics weren't so fucking off the wall, it's still there.
That's what I'm saying. Like you
take the lyrics out of any of his new songs, they're bangers.
They're bangers, dude. Like he's got the talent, but I think the schizophrenia might have taken full control, man. It is a wild ride to watch happen because like Kanye has been like one of my favorite artists since we were kids. Like when people were on the Lil Wayne train, I was still on the Kanye train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were simultaneous. They were
like hand in hand. And like, don't get me wrong, like Carter 2, Carter 3, like we played the shit out of those albums, but like I was still listening to like Homecoming, you know, Graduation, you know what I mean? Like that was my jam. Something about that, like that East Coast sound and like the jams that were coming out of, like you got to think like Kanye, and then you had like Lupe Fiasco and all that shit that was like coming out of the East Coast. My God, dude, I could not stop listening to that style of music. You know what I mean? And like, when, what was his name?
Lupe Fiasco.
Dude, I saw something. He did some music not too long ago. He's still around.
He dropped like an amazing album, and I feel like you never heard about him again.
Once Kick Push came out, I was like, I don't think he was able to top that whole. What was that album? Fucking God, I don't remember what the name of that album was.
Hip Hop Saved My Life.
Yeah, something like that. And then I mean, then you had who did Super Duper Lemonade? Oh God, hold on. It's gonna drive me insane.
Oh, I keep thinking about the remix.
Big Sean.
Was he the original?
Big Sean was Super Duper Lemonade, and he was the one that Kanye had brought up.
Yeah,
and so there was a whole there's that whole scene of like Kanye, like he even says in one of his songs, like Kanye first, then I'm coming after, like a whole thing, and like you could just see this transition of music that just evolved from Kanye. It was so sick, and now this is the Kanye we have now. It's like you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the SpongeBob episodes whenever they're talking to fucking Barnacle Boy and Mermaid Man. And they go and see like the whole
evil. Yeah,
you know,
he's just.
You see your heroes as these geriatric, like mindless people. Oh my God. Oh God. What happened to good music? Man, that's also another thing too. I
think the funniest thing, he did miss one thing. If Kanye is like super duper comedy, he should have done what Metro Boomin did, where Metro Boomin made that like BBL Drizzy and like, put it out, and he's all, hey, like I want to like this is a beat. I'm not going to charge you royalties, anything like that. Do your style over it. Best one will win this. He should have put that out and just watched every rapper in the world get on it, and then released his Heil Hitler version and watch everybody. Oh, like trying to take it back. Like, no. Unsend that fucking email.
Yeah. Can you please take my name off that?
Yeah,
it's going on the album.
No.
I wish the album was just all the remixes of that sample. So like it's just like, you know, one artist, and then it's that like Heil Hitler song, and then it's another remix, and then another. Exactly.
It's one of those like old school, like now that's what I call music from the 70s. It's like the 10 disc thing in the middle. The CD case is that big. They don't have CDs anymore, but you know.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh, that would have been.
Because that's been the hard
priceless
thing about finding new music nowadays, has been like a challenge, because I'm starting to get to the age now. And again, I hear my father, I hear my grandfather, I hear the older generations coming out where music nowadays is just not the same. You know what I mean? But it doesn't sound. Oh God. Okay. This almost might be one of the most perfect examples of like the way music and everything is right now. I was watching this interview with this hella old ass raver, right? He's like, you know, probably like 5 or 6 years older than us, you know, that like Gen X, like millennial time period raver,
like Prodigy.
Yeah,
era.
Exactly. And he was like, he's like, the problem with raves nowadays is they're not raves. He's like, not only are they not raves, but what they are is they're this product of commercialized like success.
Yeah.
He's like, raving used to be a thing of necessity, where like-minded people that enjoyed certain music that had nowhere to go to went to these raves. It was sound systems powered by car batteries in an abandoned warehouse where people just kicked it all night doing drugs or whatever. And it didn't really matter about how like doctored up the music was or whatever. He's like, but now you go to EDC or these big festivals, and they're tailored specifically to be Instagram perfect. Everything is done in a way that you can start and stop a recording, and then it goes over. They have all these booths and everything set in a way to make sure people can have their moment. And he's like, and it misses all this. And that's why I feel like the music has like turned into just in general. And that's not just about the raves, because his whole thing was like, I won't even listen to the music anymore because it has no meaning. There's nothing to it that draws me in. And I think that's a big thing with music. When I listen to it nowadays, I try to find new music, and like there's hit and misses, you know, I'll find good songs. I'll be like, oh, that's good. But it's one out of every 500 songs I listen to that I'm like, oh, that's a banger. We should listen to that. And it's like, that's what's killing me about music, is that nothing is like everything is just on the computer, or, you know what I mean? Like there's no substance to it.
To that same thing, it used to be like you go to like a rave, and there was like different stages for almost like different sounds.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you had like the fucking house people over there. Like in the middle was that like deep, grimy, like dubstep. And then they're like, they had like different things. Now it's like, it's almost like the headliners rotate, and they're all like, nothing against them. Like I like Excision and Crank That and stuff like that. But like when they're just like, you know, this headliner's going on this stage while this one's setting up, and when his set ends, this one will go there. And it's almost like, you know, like that combining of culture where like in between all the stages, like you get like this weird mix of like the people with fucking just candy everywhere and stuff like that. And now it's just like this weird amalgamation of just like everything. It's like pop music, like everything's blended in, so nothing's unique. Nothing's
exactly right. And that is the big thing about it. You are right. I remember going to the warehouse party in London, and like downstairs was like the happy hardcore room.
Yeah.
And then upstairs was the drum and bass. And so you were downstairs,
and depending on where your drug trip was taking you.
Yeah, exactly. So like I
Like,
remember,
oh, it's too much. Go
remember-
back to happy hardcore.
I remember being downstairs in the happy hardcore room and they had the bubble machines going, so everybody was covered in bubbles, and it's like you're saying, candy, lights, everything, and it's just doo, 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 and everybody's dancing and having fun. But you hear the thickness of the drum and bass that was upstairs, and you go up the warehouse into the drum, and then all the drum and bass kids are there. It's all black and like grungy. Yeah, and everybody's just, and you're like, woo, all right, we're in for it now. You know,
Feel the fucking jaws just grinding.
And you're right. It was an experience. It is an experience that I don't think you'll be able to capture anymore. You know, we talk
a moment in time.
Yeah, but we also talk about like Benettis or like stuff like that. Like, do those things still exist? Not Benettis, but I mean like the idea behind parties like that, where kids just take off and do random shit in the woods, or you know.
I don't know. I want to say yes. I don't think we were that unique, but it's also quite possible, you know. You go up to fucking, you 4-wheel out, you find this clearing, you start this massive bonfire. The skate park crew comes up, and because they were fighting with somebody else, it starts this like Braveheart line off, talking shit. Fucking somebody play, like all of a sudden the playlist switches to just like death metal. Somebody throws a beer can and the lights just clash. Just turn into this big fucking fight, and no cops.
No, nothing.
You know, it's like
nothing.
They can't get out there, so it's just like the fight ends. They get their ass beat. They leave. Come back. Everybody's car windows broken because they took their scooters and bashed in the windows.
I think there's just too much policing nowadays. I think we just what's that? It's like, what is it? Soft men create soft times. Soft times create hard men. Hard men create hard times. Or no, soft men create hard times. Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Yeah. Like that loop. Like we're just in that point where it's just like too soft. Too soft.
Yeah.
Get hard.
What? Yeah. Well, I mean, that coincides with like like everybody's feelings are bull, but like fuck your feelings. Dude.
Yeah, we're coming back, dude. Like, I mean, retard is
Bullying.
on the rise, dude. It is like that word is back in full swing, and it is accepted amongst everyone, and I'm okay with that. That's like one of my favorite words, you know.
Yeah. As soon as you say that, I just think of that video where it's like the people that have like the disabilities and stuff. They're like,
which side?
Where do they all go? He goes to the wrong side. So I don't think that word should be said. The guy just pauses. He's all, case in point.
Oh man, yeah, disabilities suck. That's fine. That's
yeah.
You know, it's the whole idea behind.
But if you do something spectacularly stupid, let me say it.
100%.
You are that.
You are. Stupid doesn't cover it. You know what I mean? Stupid doesn't hurt.
We're not even. No, no. It should have that sting.
It should have that sting. It should make you stop and go, "Oh, what did I do?" You know?
Yeah.
Make your choices correct.
Yeah. Gaming.
Oh yeah, that.
What you been doing, bud?
Fucking playing phone games. I am in the process of evacuating. So this will no longer be this. I'm gonna be transitioning a lot of things around
out of that.
And so with that being said, I'll finally have setup get ready for gaming again. And so this would be nice. I've been trying to plug a little bit. What I do is like when I'm working and I have my downtime, I show back up, and you know, when I got my slow points, it's the middle of the day. Everybody's working. So it's really hard for me to be like, hey, does someone want to jump on? I mean, I probably will, because he's probably drunk at 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah. I just got out of the pub.
Yeah, exactly.
Had brunch at the pub.
I played Tarkov for a little bit, and I played during the boss rush week where all the bosses were on the map.
Aaron sent me a picture of the map.
Yeah,
my colorblind ass didn't even see the red.
I know.
I was like, what's different?
Labs?
Yeah.
The lab?
I kept staring at like Terminal. I was like, is something different about Terminal? Did they finally do something with that? He's all the bosses there. I was like, oh, time to be a ground zero, mate.
Yeah, so I played a few maps and I got my ass kicked because I boss rush map time. Everything is like hyper aggressive. I realized.
Yeah.
It's not the same game. They're there to
scabs are turned up. Everything's turned up.
Everything is there to just tweak it to that next level, you know? And so I played Lighthouse because I've been trying to finish my Lightkeeper quest where you have to kill 15 PMCs next to the peninsula.
Yeah.
That
sucks. Especially on PvE.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's the hardest part. Normally they will path through there, but if you don't get there, like beginning of raid and they don't spawn right by that little shack, like you're not getting them.
Exactly. Because what ends up happening is they all fucking push rogue encampment and die to the gunners. And then you got nothing to kill, you know? So it has been a slog. I'm like 8 of 15 or something like that. And it's like, oh my God.
If there's like a boss rush, it's like you got a good chance that goons are spawning on either side of that road.
It's the best time to do it though, because especially in PvE, wherever bosses are spawning on map, PMCs will be on the opposite end. So like it was really good to like try and go in and plug away at that. But it's also you've got Bear, USEC, and then goons, and you're like bunkered down next to your car, and it's like I'm gonna lose the gear, but I'm gonna get my PMC.
Just fucking
yeah, exactly.
No CMS, no anything. I just know I'm dying here.
Yeah, I'm just plugging away for as much as I can. I'm ensuring my, I'm not taking like good ammo that I know is gonna get ripped out. God, that's the worst. Oh man, I went to.
You die with freshly packed mags.
Oh my God. And just like, you got good armor pen.
Yeah, it's always the time that like you're like, you know what, I am gonna put the 995 in or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
If you're running like 5.6A1, like
never even look at you.
All day reloading, good. Your fights take twice as long, but fuck it, you made it through.
I've just started doing this thing where I've been packing mags with like FMJs or whatever, but I'm just taking 60 round mags because at least I know those come back to me. Like filling up a backpack, filling up like a rig, getting to a spot where I know I'm gonna hunker down, dropping the backpack that's got all the extra mags and shit in it, and then just plugging away, never doing a reload, picking up the backpack, putting the empty 60 rounders in, putting the new 60 rounders in, and just plugging away. I'll sit there and jam on a gun for 300 rounds to put a couple bosses down. And if I die, I'm not losing any good ammo. You know what I mean? And like Aaron says, like, well, if you can shoot, like it doesn't really matter what you're using. And he's actually right. Cause you can tap Bird Eye in the head.
Yeah. Oh yeah. FMJ's got huge flesh damage.
Yeah. So I started doing that a lot. And which has been nice.
But go ahead and tap Bird Eye in the head while Pipe is fucking sprinting with a fucking MCX loaded with fucking CBJ.
I will tell you, I'm sick of fighting goons because of how slow goon fights are. Now, let me explain this to you. You get an initial rush of goons, and then you literally just have to hang out and pick and choose the next. And so a lot of the fight is like, you just like, where's Bird Eye? Where's Piper? You know what I mean? Like, cause Knight will usually rush you up front, and then you're just waiting. You're just like corridoring, waiting for whoever else is next. And then you're just like on the hunt for Bird Eye or whatever it comes out to. It's boring.
That's the fucking worst is when Bird Eye's just wandering around in the fucking woods. Like just shots are coming. You're like, where?
Yep.
Fucking where?
Fighting Caban on reserve. Is it Caban? Conte. Gluhar.
He's the fucking worst.
He is the worst, but it's probably the most fun those fights are. Because he usually
hate reserve.
I mean, I hate reserve. No, I love reserve. Reserve.
You love reserve.
I love reserve. But something about those fights, because of where the positioning of everything is, usually where he's at, Gluhar is like normally next to like the train station or whatever. It's his normal like spawning point.
Yeah.
He's got 5 guards that spawn with him. And then all at the same time, you're also being surrounded by the rest of the scavs and PMCs. And it's really just a chaotic fight in general. Not to mention like how fucking hard those guys hit. That's probably one of my favorite boss fights to take on. And I don't know if it's because I played so much reserve that I fought him so many times, but I just feel like that one in general is just a lot of fun to deal with because you're moving, you're grooving, you're picking shots, like guards are spreading out. You've got to like pay attention behind you and all that stuff. You know, like you're not just sitting corridoring waiting for something to run up to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and you're saying that because you have the reps. Hate reserve. Absolutely hate reserve.
I know.
If I had to pick a favorite boss fight, I think it might be Kaban. Just pushing into Lexos, just the fucking chaos there.
Yeah.
Did you kill everything on the roof, or is there going to be somebody else running across the sky bridge?
Were you not paying attention and someone actually got on the MG and like you peek a corner and just get plugged away, you know?
And when you do finally kill that fucking fat boy and you just see him fucking drop. I like that. I'm not good at it, but like when you do get him, it feels rewarding.
Colante with his fucking
hate him.
That is the worst mechanic. Like, hi, I as long as you're within a specific radius of me, I've disabled the gun.
He could be below you.
Yeah.
he could be running up a stairwell and your gun's out.
It's like, what is happening right now? I usually start the fight with a pistol. If I know I'm going to grounds, because he's on ground zero a lot, right? Because that's like his normal spawning point. Like, I'll just take a pistol and I'll run with a pistol. And if I hear him taking shots or whatever, the pistol's out. As long as the pistol gets like, you know, jammed, you can swap to your normal gun and it's pretty much fine. But he only does it if he's got his stick out. If he's still running with his gun, you're fine.
If you've aggroed him enough that he's running at you with his stick,
So that's a nightmare. I love how Tarkov. First off, I love how Sean has been playing Tarkov. I'm
so sad that I miss it.
I know. We played
Sean with the Tarkov.
I played with Sean. You know, and it's one of those things too where Sean was saying something and it was the funniest thing. And this is where like you realize that we're missing out on so many games. Me, him, Aaron, and Will were playing. And Will was saying something to Sean or whatever. It was like, oh, like it was trying to get him in the group or something. And Sean was like, "You're the only fucking person I ever played this game with. How am I not on your friends list?" Like, you know what I mean? And so it's really funny to see that. So we played, we were on Lighthouse and we were up at the chalet and Will got murdered by goons. Aaron got murdered by goons and it was me and Sean. And I was like, "Okay, Sean, we're going to hug here. We're going to take care of this." Sean had a shot. He got the shotgun from.
He loves his shotgun.
Oh yes, he does. MGs and shotgun.
Tequila?
Yeah, he got it from Tequila. And he was like, "Dude, this one's got like it's got the IR on it or whatever." And so we're out, and I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna like." They're running up the hill, and I was just peppering him, and I was like, "Okay, he's right around the corner." Sean like run up on the rock and just like go 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 go, and just drop pipe, and then go back and reload, and then Bird Eye come throw it up, and like it was great. It was such a cool experience to see Sean taking on bosses. I was like, "Dude, yeah man, I'm back in it," you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so much fun.
Tarkov really is the best when you get that like new player,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then when they really start fucking like working it, they've learned the mechanics and they really start like operating with the team. That's the best feeling in the world.
My favorite
when Timmy graduates.
My favorite thing that they've introduced in the game is being able to see your team's loadouts when you're in the loading screen.
Yeah.
So Sean gets into the group. And Aaron was making a joke about like, well, you know, Sean's the medic. He's got all the fucking meds on him or whatever. And I open up his character screen and it's like 10 Salewas in a backpack, like 5
with grenades.
Yeah. And I'm like, "What are you doing, Sean?" He's like, "There's no more room in my inventory." I'm like, "All right, back out. Hold on. Let's sell some shit real quick." We went and made a bunch of room in his inventory. And I was like, he's like, "Well, I don't know what I need to keep and what I need to sell." And I'm like, "Yep, no, totally understandable." Yeah. That's completely par for the course on this game.
Got to get him one of those LBT backpacks.
Oh my God. That's what I was saying. I was like, we had a Pilgrim and I was like, "Okay, open up the Pilgrim. Let's put some shit in there." There's just shit in the Pilgrim. And I'm like,
It's full of just light bulbs.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was like guns and masks and stuff like that. And it was like, okay, we can sell some of this stuff. And I was like, you just got to get to 15, Sean. Get to 15, we can start selling stuff on the auction house. I was like, that's where the game opens up. And he's like, that's your game. He's like, I will just have it open and you can just tell me what to sell. He's like, I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm like, good point. God, man. I'd really do love Tarkov.
It's the best worst game.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
70.
It's so good, and it's equally so bad.
Yeah.
The PvP, not that I've played, but man, every time I open TikTok, it's just like the worst. It's like it's people like advertising, like, look at how many times I killed Landmark. And like you could see like the highlight, you could see the lines and everything like that, and they just run and one tap them, and it's just like a montage of that. And then they like at the very like the comments is like, buy your cheats here. It's like, God,
yeah, dude,
so fucking gross.
It's just
I don't think I'll ever play PvP again.
Well,
I mean, I will, but it won't be anything I take seriously.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's exactly right. I wouldn't be
dipping your toe in the pool, but I'm not like cannonballing in.
No,
try to push that.
I would rather play Arena if I was just trying to get the PvP experience than actually playing Tarkov live.
I wonder if Arena has the same.
Yeah, 100%.
Same problems with cheaters.
Yep, 100%. It's yeah.
It's so gross,
I've been watching on the subreddit or whatever. Someone's like, "Am I just bad? Like, what the fuck is going?" Like, there's a lot of desync issues, like really bad desync issues.
Yeah, that's been there.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's the shittiest thing is like when you're plugging at a body, and then all of a sudden that body
rubber bands out. Yeah,
or doesn't go down and you die, and then you see from their perspective or whatever, where it's just like you're not even shooting anything close by, It's like, fuck, dude, that just feels gross. Also, another thing that has been driving me insane right now.
If anything, it's the player's fault. If y'all would have bought the Unheard edition when they needed the money the most, desync would have been solved.
I did my part. I'm doing my part. Something that I've been noticing also in video games has been driving me insane is games that are becoming the older online stuff like Warzone, Destiny started doing this, Destiny 2. They're selling skins now that are like Fortnite skins. And I'm trying.
It's the same thing as the raves.
It is.
Everybody's blending together. They all want the same thing. They want Nicki Minaj twerking while they. It's so gross.
I watched the Beavis and Butthead skins killing people. Like someone was showing like their.
See, the bad part is you have me with the Beavis and Butthead skin.
Yeah, I know, I get that. It's funny. It's the same thing with the Snoop Dogg skin. You know what I mean? It was.
Yeah.
There's some funniness to it, but like watching a military game, what was like bastardizing my childhood by turning it into this like weird fucking cartoony thing. It's like, what is going on? But like part of me also thinks like, okay, because this is what I started thinking. How do you capture clientele from both ends, right? You have people that like Ninja or whatever it comes out to, or Tim the Tatman or whatever. They play Fortnite, then they play Warzone. Like you can capture both sides of that. And if you know there's a younger audience that is playing a lot of Fortnite, that they're trying to get in to capture more money on Call of Duty before they swap to the next.
See, that's the thing. It's all about the money.
It is all about the money.
You can capture. There is a progression where like they play Fortnite and they want to take things maybe a little more seriously, and they go to this, and then like. If anything, like grows them up a little bit,
Sure. Yeah.
But making everything the same thing, it's just fucking smooth brain all the way through.
It's just marketing, because it's like the idea is like, how do you capture, if it's the kid effect, right? Everything has to be like candy is very, very, very colorful, and it's at ground level. So when you go through your shopping area, all the kids grab the candy because they see it, and that's all it is, right? Like as long as you start making it more colorful, then you start capturing the retards of the people that play Fortnite and shit like that. like will,
Yeah.
you know, as long as it's flashy and colorful. And that it just feels gross because again, I started looking at like other shooters because I'm just like Tarkov is great, but there is something I want to play like a good shooter or whatever. Like Battlefield, was it Battlefield 6? Like watching some of the is it Battlefield 6 that's coming out? 7? Whatever. There's a new Battlefield coming out that they're doing. And it's got a lot of the old Battlefield 3 style like destruction and a little bit more like military base, and like I'm okay with that because I want that in a shooter. I want something a little bit more streamlined in that manner. I want something more military based, but I want it still in an arena base where it doesn't feel so omni movement. You know what I mean? Because
I hear you.
I'm sick of all, like I was watching, what's the girl's name who was the mocap for one of the characters in Call of Duty?
Alexandra.
Yes. She was
her.
What?
Hate her.
Why?
She's just a dumb fucking gun bunny.
She is a dumb gun bunny, but I mean, she made a very good point. She was playing Warzone and she was like,
she's a fucking psyop. That's what she is.
She is. She was like, see, she was doing this thing where she was like, my Call of Duty was like this. And she's like hugging a corner, like peeking a corner, like looking, and like she's like, now Call of Duty is this. And she's just like wiggling her mouse all over the place. And then she like looks up at the sky and sees somebody like parachuting down. And then she just like kills him and then goes back to like wiggling her mouse around. She's like, this is not fun like this. And she's right.
Yeah.
You okay there, bud? What are you doing?
I'm looking. I know it's before episode 50, but somewhere in here, we talked about praying that Battlefield 2042 would be the thing that kills Warzone, and finally we like get to like take a step. Like we've come
full circle.
What episode is this?
170.
Because yeah, like prior to episode 50, because 50 was our first like live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So prior to episode 50, somewhere in here, and now I'm looking at like all the thumbnails and stuff. I'm like, oh god. But like somewhere in there, we're having almost this exact same conversation about how we're so fucking done with Call of Duty. We're this and this, and we're putting everything on DICE and Battlefield, and we're hoping that it's going to be good. This time, I can't. I've learned.
I know. No, that's the thing about it. You have learned.
I wish you the fucking best. I'll get a champagne bottle and I'll break it on the bow, but I'm done putting my hopes and dreams. God, it's got to be. What are these names?
Oh yeah, no. Who knows? That was
we're beheading Blizzard.
That's a dark timeline to go down, man. Anything pre 50 was. I
kind of love it.
I do too. I miss making I wish I had just more time. That's the biggest thing. Like as this channel has grown, but like just in my current life with like time, like I haven't recorded anything, and like even like
that one, I'm wearing a wig.
I think it was probably the Blizzard one because I remember us talking about like the end of gaming and stuff, and during the Blizzard time period.
That one, I'm deep throating a microphone. Yeah, it's got to be somewhere like Blizzard and down.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft.
Well, no, because Blizzard and down we were still on the NFT train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Looking back, we're just speaking about the same things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But they keep being relevant. They keep coming up. Nothing's really changing. It's like what's new? What's new?
Yeah.
The only thing that's changing is the backgrounds behind us.
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
The gray
Activision. Yeah, we're just getting older. We're getting older. We're like nothing is really changing.
No, nothing at all.
Concord is the only thing that's come out that's different.
I will tell you, there are a handful of games now that have broke the mold for what could be game of the year. Did you ever watch that thing? Did Aaron send you that thing where it was like last game award where the guy came on stage from Larian or whatever, and he was like, he was talking about.
Yeah.
I've talked to an Oracle. I know the future. Like, this is how gaming is going to work from here on out. Like, the games that are going to be game of the year are going to be ones that matter, that people put their time and love into, that aren't commercialized and stuff like that. And then you get something like Clair Obscur. You get, other games that have started like breaking that mold of just commercialized AAA success. And man, if it just takes 1 or 2 more years before we hear that Activision closes, or you know what I mean, or that Microsoft has just picked up small companies to like publish them, but like it's usually just done indie. Like, there's no big name fucking, you know what I mean?
Didn't Microsoft just like cut like 9,000 employees?
Yeah, but that's because they captured they picked up everything, and then no one's doing anything. There's no new games coming out because they're trying to tailor everything down. Microsoft is in a weird spot though too, because they're buying up everything to try and push, but the only thing that's keeping them afloat right now is just allowing the success of like Game Pass games to like kind of hit the mold.
I'm trying to think. There's a new one that was just coming out. I want to remember. I took a screenshot of it. But I've got a million pictures. Have you heard of Hell Is Us?
I have heard of Hell Is Us.
I hope it's good.
I hope it's good too.
I'm just trying to think of like obscure like new games, and that one just seemed not that it's like groundbreaking, but just the fact that like there's no, it's very Tarkov, I guess, in the sense that like the game progression is only like they're not giving you like any HUDs or any like markers or stuff like that. Like, you only get through the game by exploring and figuring things out on your own.
Yep. What was another one I was looking?
That's gonna be September. That's gonna be a late push.
I was watching. Excuse me. I was watching a bunch of games that are going to be coming out. We talked about this a couple episodes back, but games that are like,
what was that? Intergalactic. Is that really going to be a PlayStation exclusive?
It is PlayStation exclusive, yeah.
Ugh.
Well, again, it's PlayStation exclusive in the same way that like a game comes out on Game Pass for a small period of time. I don't think Sony has enough holding them back, or like enough substance to keep things like that. Like, I can guarantee you Death Stranding 2 will be on PC in a year. The same way Spider-Man 2 will be on PC here coming up in the next like 6 months.
Don't you? I feel like exclusives. Well, maybe it works for console sales. Maybe that's what they're going for. But I feel like it like overall like kind of kills your game.
Well,
a little bit, right? Like you're gonna miss a big swing for like game of the year or something like that.
No, because Astrobot, Astrobot was like,
well, that was bullshit. Okay, we've all fucking agreed. We've all agreed that why the fuck did that win, right? Don't get on your fucking high horse. Astrobot.
I'm saying that
that was retarded.
I'm saying that the Game Awards might be a little corrupted. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, okay, and like the realism though, like if something is like a PlayStation exclusive, and you're like a game, like you for your instance, you don't have a PlayStation 5, so you're not going to get those big things. You're not alone in this position. I feel like a lot of people have abandoned fucking consoles. We're all playing PCs because it's better, it's easier to upgrade, keep with the times. You have a bigger catalog that's available.
100%.
And thus, wouldn't it be best if your exclusive wasn't exclusive and had more people out? Because Xbox sells their consoles at a loss knowing that they're going to sell more games, right?
Now, here's the thing.
That's their thing. They want to make money off of the live service, the gaming, the everything like that. What is PlayStation doing?
Well, the thing is that Microsoft, most games that are Microsoft-based games are exclusive or whatever, are also made for PC. So, because Microsoft has capitalized on both of them. The console, the Xbox, and the PC are basically this homogenized thing now.
Yeah.
Right? Game Pass has you in a situation where, again, because I haven't been able to play on PC a lot, I have been dicking around on consoles again. just to do fucking something. You know what I mean? And I've been playing console games and things, and one, I fucking hate it. Not hate. Okay, hate is a strong word.
Going back to this after doing this is,
and you like, I want to play.
It's such an analogy.
It
when you graduate from this and you go to this, there's no going back.
Yeah,
man.
no.
There's no putting that back in the box.
Yeah.
This is better.
Well,
right?
This is better. I mean, this is much better, right? This and this, like this, you know, that's better.
Nah, this is better.
No, there's no way.
You're growing up too much. You're growing up too much. Honk, honk.
Have you seen the other things where you do a little of these? Those are way better. But you're right. No. This isn't fun. And it's not that this isn't fun. It's playing the games that I'm good at.
Certain games. I've switched over Need for Speed exclusively for the Steam Deck.
100%.
Just so that I have the sticks.
If you play it like a racing game.
Yeah, I do need to get one of those.
You know, that's the way to go. 100%. I agree with you. There are specific games that on controller are just better. When they're designed for controller, they're better. Shooters were never designed for controller. They were just out of necessity because that's all that existed at a time period. You know what I mean? I cannot go back to play shooters on console. I've been trying. I tried Marvel Rivals. It is such and like I love shooters. That's like one of my favorite genre games to play. I just cannot do it. And it actually hurts. Cause I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, since I don't have my PC with me all the time, I'll just scratch the itch. And it's like, you ever have those itches where they're like deep itches and like you scratch and every time you scratch, it feels like you're just scratching around it. Like no matter where you move, you just can't get it. No matter where you move to hit that. That's what it's been like.
It's that spot on your back that you can't reach. So you're having your girl scratch. You're like, no, to the left, left. And like, no matter what direction you give her, she's covered everything. Yeah. It's just not getting there.
Exactly. Yep. It's that.
Yeah.
And so that's the problem with consoles. And it's like, so when Sony hunkers down, they double down on stuff like that. It's like, I get the idea, but again, if your game ends up going to Steam and Microsoft is making a console that just allows you to play all of the games, you know,
I can't wait for that console, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just have something that can plug in my TV and just have my Steam library.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then again, it comes down to the same thing. Yes, I have my Steam library. Am I going to want to play them all on a controller or a handheld?
No, but there's some.
There are some. Yeah. Not a lot. Not a lot.
A good amount.
My cozy games, maybe.
Like, yeah, well, I
mean, clicker games.
The staples that I like go back to and kind of rotate through: Red Dead 2, Cyberpunk, stuff like that. Like the single player, like story driven stuff like that, where like you actually feel like grinding the little shit.
Sure. I also think it's one of the things too where because it's not this overlap. Like the games that I play on PC, like I've been playing a lot of Brotato. It's good roguelite. Yeah. It's just easy to play with. I've been playing it like nonstop, but I have the DLC. I've got all of my characters unlocked, and then I go and play it on console, and then nothing is there. So it's like starting back over scratch. But I also don't have the DLCs I paid for. You know what I mean? I don't have the other things. So it's like, that's another. That's a kicker, and like it almost kills the want to play. Not just the save file.
And that shit never goes on sale on... Well, it does on console, but not like Steam.
No.
Where you can pick up every DLC for $2.
No. Yeah, it's exactly right. And it's kind of...
all that, like...
But not only that, do you want to...
All of the Witchers just went on sale, and I bought everything that's existed for it for $7. Like, I want that on, like, the big screen, where I can just lay back and play Gwent when everybody else is falling asleep, you know?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I hope gaming gets to is like, I don't give a shit about the console wars anymore. When we were younger, the console wars were dope because that's all you had, right?
Yeah. You team 50 Cent or you team Ja Rule.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know what I mean?
Shit like that.
It was so interesting, you know, when working at GameStop, when you were talking to people about Xbox and PlayStation, and like, it was even more fun to like verbally berate people because you were on the opposite side. It was
just
like
making fun of those people.
Yeah, exactly. It was my favorite thing was because me and Travis were both PlayStation people, and
You turned me.
yeah, and James and Brett. Well, Brett was kind of PC, but James and God, who else was there? Someone else was an Xbox kid. And we would hear James, it was constant. We would hear James trying to sell an Xbox game to somebody. And from across the store, you'd hear Travis be like, "That's the worst decision of your life. Like, save up 2 more months of rent and we'll get you a used PlayStation and we'll give you a game for free." Like, just hammering people. That was a fun time of the console wars. You know what I mean? But now it's like, there's not enough good games out anyway. And there's something about having the physical copy of a game or going into a GameStop and talking to people and searching through all the bins. Like we talked about that last week, where it's like you can go through all the bins and look at all the shit. There's something about that made sense. Now, if I'm just scrolling on fucking Steam, you know, it just, I don't care.
When's the last time you went into a GameStop? I feel like we just kind of talked about this.
We did.
I was in Roseville for
you were
the
telling
4th.
Me. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
And I went into a GameStop. Like we were out running errands, and there just happened to be a GameStop. So I pulled in, and Jenica was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I haven't been in one of these places in so long. I just want to see." I went in. It's like 90% like Funko Pops and plushies and like collectibles and stuff like that. There's a small wall on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the back corner. It's like this way is Xbox. This way is here. Behind the counter is like Nintendo.
Yeah.
It is the smallest. I miss going like when you were in GameStop, where every wall was just games.
Yeah.
And it was the smallest selection. I went in, I was looking around, and I saw like a UFC game, and it was like used, and I was like, I kind of want to buy like just a used physical copy, you know?
Yeah.
I look at it. It was $30. Across the street was a Target, and you can get it like on sale for $24. Brand new.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, that just kind of like GameStop's always kind of been like that with their prices.
Sure.
That just fucking kills it. Even if it was like relatively close, I would have bought it. And I just miss digging through and just finding the gems. I wasn't even looking to buy this game, but you're like flipping through like, oh, I'll take a shot on this, you know? And you buy a fucking used copy for $10. You take it home. Is it good? Who knows?
Here's the thing that killed
I missed that.
Here's the thing that killed GameStop and the physical copy stuff is that when all the stores went digital, and now you have consoles that are digital only, they don't even take discs. You know what I mean? And everything is bought online. There's nothing to trade in. So it even blows my mind when I go into GameStop because I'm like, where the fuck are you getting? Like, are people still trading in games? Because I want to take a game in just to see what the cost of the trade-in is. Like, it was never anything good to begin with, but I just want an idea in my head because, like, I'm thinking, okay, I got a bunch of PS4 games. PS4 is not really the kicker anymore. What is the trade-in on things like that, and what do you do with those used copies? Because realistically,
every now and then they have like gun buyback programs. Where it's like no questions asked if you have a gun at your home and you don't want it, you can take it into the police department.
Yeah.
And every now and then there's people that almost get arrested for like being on the outside of that line, being like, I'll pay you $80. You're gonna get a card. I'll pay you 80. I'll pay all the fees. Let's go. Yeah. And they start taking people's numbers. And they almost always get arrested. We should do that in a GameStop.
I swear to God.
Like just right outside. Like they're gonna give you $4. I'll give you $7.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll start a collection. I mean, I don't know who, to your point, actually brings in the games.
Yeah.
But like, just like a day off, just tailgate the parking lot and just try to scout people. Are you trading in games?
Yeah.
Come here.
Yeah. Here's a hot dog and $10.
Fucking two. Yeah. Give him a hot dog too. Just like $200 in ones just in your pocket and just fucking wheeling deals. God. That'd be fun.
and then we could, whatever we already have used, we could do trades. Like nobody wants fucking 10 copies of Madden. Hey, I got a Madden. You want a Madden? Hey, give me, one of your copies of whatever and swap about. We could start our own GameStop. But again, the idea behind it is needing the physical copy stuff. And like, that's what I miss about GameStop is that there was no digital media, or like it was very, like when I was working, when PS3 was out, PS3 had just started its trophy system. You know what I mean? Like achievements were still live on Xbox, but trophies had just started coming out. And so like the stores were limited. You had indie titles on on the stores. You know what I mean? When Xbox Live had like, you know, some of the old indie shit, you know, but there was no actual big name AAA games or whatever. This is maybe not pre. No, it was probably pre Horse Armor DLC. You know what I mean? And you are right. Yeah. Walking into a GameStop and somebody being like, I need a controller. And you're like, buddy, I don't know. Maybe there's one or two around. Like, let's take a look. And like, you know, peripherals and whatever just did not exist. You know, I remember we had one of those stupid Wii like skateboard things or whatever, that Tony Hawk ride skateboard or whatever it was. Oh, yeah. And it just like a used copy.
No, for the game Skate, right?
No, it wasn't for Skate. I almost positive it was for the Wii. It was like a fucking, I think it was called Tony Hawk Ride. And it was a stupid like skateboard thing that you like, if you shifted a specific way, Tony would do, or whatever your character would do like a trick or whatever.
Tony Hawk Ride, yeah.
Yeah. And so
I'm for PlayStation, Xbox 360, and Wii.
Okay, yeah. So whatever it was, I remember we had the Wii version of a controller of that.
I'm buying one right now.
On the shelf.
Before they blow up. $17 used. Steal.
Worst fucking game I've ever played in my life. And I tried to sell that thing forever. We had this.
How does it work? So I thought it had a stand.
No, it's got sensors on it, and depending on how you like shift your feet or do certain things or rock it, the person would do certain tricks or whatever. And it never worked. It never fucking worked. It was the worst. It never worked. And that's the worst thing about it.
I'm buying one. I don't even have an Xbox. I'm buying one. And then when you come over and we do the Borderlands taping, we'll do a whole thing. Just after we've watched it, after we've done our drinking game.
Oh yeah, then we play Ride
to make that work.
Yeah, that's perfect. Because okay, we had this GameCube. Remember when we were at the GameStop, GameCube, Xbox, and PlayStation 2 were still relevant. We were still getting very
GameCube,
bro. There was this game, this boulder. It's bowling, but you just roll a boulder. Me and Travis used to like. We got in a competition. Whoever could sell, it was me, Travis, and Floyd. Is whoever could sell this game, like the other person, would give them money. They won the thing, and we'd buy them lunch or whatever it came out to. And we like hammered people. Like people would come in, look at it, was like, hey, you got a GameCube? Like, yeah. Like, dude, I got a game. You gotta play or whatever. And like that was the cool thing about having the physical copies. I remember when people were just like not ready to play something or they weren't sure, we'd open up the case and slam it inside of like the Xbox or the PlayStation and stick them on the controller for like 20 minutes. And then just like play, just start a new game and start it up and just see what you like about it. And then sure enough, like, and we used to have flash sticks around. So we would let people copy their saves to take it with them. And like, you go to like Office Max or whatever, and they always had like the clearance like bin for like, and it was like, $1.50 or whatever for like, a 3 megabyte stick or whatever it was or 10 megabyte stick at the time. And that's enough to put a save file on. So I just had a stack of those, and we would just like have people save their games, copy it to the flash stick, give it to them with their copy of a brand new copy that they bought, and people would leave. We were making so much money because of the way that we were interacting with the gamers and selling the games. Like there's just,
which is why, God, see, that's why GameStop used to be so fucking sick,
dude. And not only that, going to the events or going and meeting up with other stores and meeting other people, because like we were like number 1 and number 2 in the district. Do you remember the GameStop that was on? It was on Hazel Avenue, Hazel and Madison. Hazel and Madison's it was a big fucking GameStop. That was like the flagship store that our district had, because Placerville was dinky rinky tiny. So that the one that was up there was huge, and it had like the big. It was like a good section. Like if you walked into like a Dick's Sporting Goods, that's how big the store looked. And they had
Madison and Greenback.
Yeah, Madison and Greenback.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was fucking.
Yeah, that was a big store.
It was a huge store. They were number 1 in the district until me, Travis, and James were basically selling the way we were selling, and then we topped that store. And they kept asking us like, "What the fuck is going on? What are you guys doing?" It was like lots of cocaine and playing video games. Yeah, it was like, ha. It was like, yeah, ha. But we started going to these events and like meeting up with other people, or like you'd have to trade. Like we were like, our Madison store had something that we didn't have in stock. And I remember telling one of our customers one day, I will go and pick this up right now. You don't even have to leave this store. Just hang out. I'll be back. Drive down there, pick it up, come back up to the store, sell it, at our store, whatever. And the manager that was out there was like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we're playing games. He's like, well, what do you mean? I was like, we're just playing video games. And he's like, well, yeah, but how are you selling this stuff? Like, what is your marketing team doing? What is your manager doing? I was like, well, Tim shows up at 5 a.m. to rearrange the store because he's had a cup of coffee and like a bag of cocaine. And then he leaves at 2. Like, he's not doing shit. After 3 o'clock or like 4 o'clock when school let out, all we did was play video games. And we, like, the store was supposed to close at 9. We would close at 10. We'd have people in the store. Like, I remember getting a call from one of the, regional directors or something and was like, you need to explain to me why the store is open, why you're still accepting transactions after you're supposed to be closed. It was like, because the store is packed. We can't just kick people out. Like, the store we would make 20 sales after the store is supposed to close because people would be in there playing games. And then it'd be like, all right, 9 o'clock, guys, we got to start closing up. We want to go home. If you got a game you want to buy, get in line. And then people would just line up and we would just sell games. And it was like, dude, and there was something about the environment. It's like going to those card shops, like we were talking about the last podcast, where you go in, you see people playing the game. And while they're there playing the game, you see people are shopping around and looking at stuff. And then, man, that's a cool card. I could add that to my deck right now. And that was the thing about dude, it was a surreal moment in time for gaming because you just had gamers running the game. And like, I went into a GameStop not too long ago and I talked to some people. I needed a controller or something. And I picked up a controller and I was just talking to the guy, just bullshitting with him and listening to him talk about games. And I got like that fuzzy feeling because I was like, oh man, gamers still exist. And then he said something. It was like, I don't remember what it was. It was along the lines of like, man, you play Fortnite or something like that. And I was like, yeah.
In his face, just punch him and just walk out.
Actually, can you return this? Fuck you.
Yeah. And no, I don't want the pro membership.
But it was just one of those things where you kind of realize that the brick and mortars is dying, but like the people who are the gamers don't have that same culture and they don't have that same environment. Nah. And so I just wonder if that still pushes the gaming envelope. You know what I mean? Like, how do new gamers discover new games nowadays? How do young
gamers,
that
melting pot of ideas and
exactly, or just the idea of walking through shelves and shelves of the game. Like, I scroll Steam like I'm fucking.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Your wish list is fucking horrendous.
It's like 400 items long, and it's like all games that like seem unique and interesting, and I need to follow up on and research or watch and see where the new like games that came out a year ago, but like watching the roadmaps for them and stuff like that. Like, it's cool to see the back side of it now because we have the internet, but actually being able to touch the game or like see it as it comes out or read Game Informer on a new game that's coming out, you know what I mean? Like, shit just doesn't exist. And I'm not, I don't know if I want to glorify GameStop because that was a hell of a time, but there was something about it that was just so unique and cool.
But it wasn't GameStop. It was you guys.
True.
It's like I've looked into, I don't know. I've had this stupid, I don't know anything about Magic, but I've had this like little like, God, wouldn't it be so cool to like open a store, like have that. And then like, when you like really look into it, you're not making really any money. Like the overhead is fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
If anything, you're probably like just barely breaking it even. And then like when you like look at like people who talk about it, like really like the only thing like that's going to support your business is growing that community. And that's what you guys did. You grew a community. You made it fun and people wanted to be there, and the sales were just a byproduct of that.
Sure. Yeah.
You can't say that every GameStop was that,
No, absolutely.
People that are lackluster that don't have that enthusiasm for it.
Yeah, no, true. But you also have you have to have the niche or the catalyst that moves that forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If there's no interest, like I open up a decorative swan store, I have to have the clientele to make that work. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can build a community, but like there had to have been something behind it.
That had to be something to bring him into the first place. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. I just like I want to to see a game place like that, or like have a place where you can go into and see people playing games and doing stuff like that. Like that's what's been so interesting about going to like the card shops or like the Warhammer shops and stuff like that. You know, just game based things. Like first off, the smell is
they got
rough.
those people.
They got those people. But the people themselves are so interesting. Like we just recently out in Vacaville went to a place that was like a card shop, just to walk around or whatever. And like, you know, we were looking for like a board game or something that we could play. And it was just cool to like just peruse, just see different things. But there is a difference when you're looking at like a tabletop game versus like a catalog of video games. I don't know, man. It's a different It's a different thing. It's an itch.
It's that itch.
Yeah.
That's like in Reading, there was a Magic card store.
Uh-huh.
And like, that's where I would go in and buy almost all the Magic cards just because like I could get them cheaper online, but it was fun. Like I would walk the aisles before like going and be like, all right, I'll get like 2 packs of this.
Yeah.
You know, but I'd walk the aisles. I'd look at all the, like, the board games, all the miniatures, all the everything like that. That was the fun part. Everybody like buzzing around, everybody talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That made it fun.
See that, and that's the thing about brick and mortar that people have lost. And I understand that like we live in a society.
Get it cheaper on Amazon. I can get it tomorrow.
Exactly. You lose
that.
You lose the need to leave your fucking home. But
yeah, the social interaction. You're gonna end up a homeschool kid.
I refuse to get books if I'm not.
That's probably why Fortnite is so. That's like literally full circle back. That's probably why Fortnite is so good. There's no bullies being like, "What are you doing? Play this." Like that gentle nudge to like, come on, come over here, play this game.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, the gentle nudge. But we fucking
the brutal shove.
Yeah, I was gonna Spartan kicking people in the chest. I remember, man, just the Halo 3 time period is my favorite berating people because of how, man, we had
me waiting in line for 3 collector editions of the Halo 3, like with the fucking the helmet and everything like that, and a Halo 3 console. You screaming at everybody, Master Chief dies at the end, don't buy it. Me going back there and you telling me, like, this is like, first, haven't even been to a Trevor party yet. You know? This is my first interaction with you. You're like, I hope you get mugged in the parking lot and everybody takes your shit. This is stupid.
It's the greatest time. And like, I remember the
no, I ended up buying that was the last Xbox I owned.
Just making people feel bad about it, making people hate themselves over something. And it's bully. It is full bully. It's full toxicity. But it was fun because like you're still gamers. You know what I mean? Like I always sold the game. You know what I mean? But I remember like someone came in. I remember like three or 4 months after Halo 3 came out. Someone came in and was like, "Oh, I'm here to pick up my copy of Halo 3." I was like, "Your what?" He's like, "Yeah, my reserve copy." I was like, I mean, I've got a ton of them, but your reserve copy is, you know, fucking. He's like, "Well, I mean, it was supposed to be have an exclusive thing." I was like, "Yeah, dude, on the launch night, or like maybe 3 or 4 days after launch night, like we did a thing that's like we held reserve titles for 48 hours, and then after 48 hours, you'd sell it."
That's how I got that Borderlands. Somebody didn't show up. It's been fucking a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I do.
100%. I mean, he threw a fucking fit. And I just remember, like, before I could say anything, I remember Travis, like, coming over. And, like, he's like, "Here, I got a copy." And he put a copy down on it. He was like, "You're already prepaid." So you, like, rang him up or whatever and handed him a copy. And, like, I was like, "Fuck this guy," whatever. And Travis, like, got him his whole thing, like, walked him out to the door. He's like, "All right, man, I'm really glad we were able to work this out." He, like, opens the door and he leaves. And he's like, "Don't ever show back up to the store again." And I shut the door. And it was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, it's just like making people feel bad about things like that. Like, and it's so stupid, you know. It's the same thing we do today. We make fun of Cliff for his Dota. We make fun of like Aaron for his EverQuest, and Sean because he takes 4 hours to yank it. You know, like there's no love lost. Like we're never gonna stop someone from playing games. You know.
No.
I mean, maybe Cliff. We need to get him off it. It's. At this point, it's almost intervention time. You know what I mean?
It's like if your friend was addicted to a drug that sucked.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing kratom? Yeah. just at the fucking like the head shop getting it. Just I'm mildly high, like fucking, you know.
I just really need energy, so I've started drinking more coffee. All right, dude. Oh,
can you imagine if we start our podcast like this? We actually like talk about like games we got into it. I feel like we need a warm up though.
Yeah,
we should start like pre-rolling.
I was gonna say
do like 15 minutes before we start recording.
There we go.
Like,
We'll
okay,
just-
you ready? You ready?
We'll get I don't know, man. We started pretty strong with Kanye today.
Yeah, but
Would you
front loading with the wrong material.
Oh, that's a good point. Would you rather end with Kanye?
We got. I feel like we're giving him dessert before the dinner. There's a lot to chew on like our conversation for the last fucking 45 minutes. But that first 20 were like, some people are like, oh God, like click. Nobody watches it anyways. But.
If someone makes it to the end, I have to imagine that
you deserve it. You deserve the good conversation.
Yeah, it's exactly right. This actually is the dessert. You had to eat your vegetables first, and now
so
you
to the only person that made it this far. Hi, Sean.
Hi. Aaron makes it to the end, doesn't he?
I don't know. I feel like Aaron has like a Google AI that like while he's working, it just gives it the AI overview.
Yeah.
He's all show me more keywords, and it like puts it up. He's like, wow, you guys talked about Kanye a lot.
I don't think Aaron has the time for that.
I think he does.
You think he does?
Yeah.
I think
Aaron's a mystical creature.
He is
it's the no drugs, the no drinking, all of that.
Yeah.
I think it gives him
super.
I wouldn't say it's not like he's like highly disciplined. I don't think.
Man,
I think like it's just like a weird superpower.
It's his autism has never been in check. Like we are all autistic, but we all abuse the shit out of our brains. So like that autism got like dampered a little bit. Like we're not full blown autistic.
Yeah, we got the stupid.
Yeah, he's high functioning autistic. We're just stupid.
He can do long division quick. Yeah. You know, like ours is like dirt trains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! All right, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
All right, it's 100 this week. It's supposed to be 100 next week. Oh my God, the heat is on the way. I am not prepared. I want to be indoors. I want to quit my job. I think I should open up a red light district.
I thought you were gonna say our game store, dude. Fuck you.
I'm willing.
Do you want to make no money but have fun?
So, run a YouTube channel? Yeah. All right, we're out of here. Bye-bye.